What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy Dtlf back with another live stream. Man, oh man, oh man. Rumors flying left and right. And it's really hard to navigate Twitter right now. But I having to swim through that sea of lies that's created by all these, wannabe reporters on Twitter. So I'm coming live to you guys to try to talk about this topic, man. Multiple conflicting reports. Some stating that Kyle Kuzma is the missing link to this trade, and some stating that, what's up, everybody? Some stating that, this trade is as good as done. I mean, I believe, and it's just my theory, but I believe this trade could be done already, and that's why we're getting so many conflicting reports because nobody knows exactly what the terms are. But it's probably not going to be announced till after the NBA Finals because the NBA probably doesn't want, the media to. It probably doesn't want this trade to overshadow the finals. Probably that could be. I mean, that's just my theory. That could be something that could be going on right now. Another theory is that Boston is intervening. Maybe they've upped their package, but I highly doubt that. It really does look like the Pelicans want extremely too much from the Lakers right now. They want Brandon Kuz, our 4th overall pick, and Lonzo Ball. I wouldn't even be shocked if they want Josh Hart as well. So multiple reports coming out. Some are saying that the Lakers are standing their ground and they're not going to make this trade if it includes Kuzma. I don't think Kuzma's going to be the deal breaker, but I do think that it's going to be 2 out of the 3 young core. And that's probably why, if the deal isn't done, that's probably why we're at a standstill right now. We're trying to make sure we get the best deal on both sides, not just for them. And it will make sense if we keep Kuzma because the cap space would still allow us to sign a max free agent. Then we'd have Anthony Davis, LeBron, Kuzma, and max cap space for another pick, right? For another free agent. So I do believe the Lakers do have leverage. However, the Pelicans are probably holding out if the trade isn't already officially through. There could be a multitude of reasons why we're getting conflicting reports. But one thing I do like, and I have to commend this front office on, is you really haven't heard a peep from them, from anybody from the Lakers side. Everything is being leaked from the Pelican side. Again, that's them being a classless organization, throwing out the names. But the Lakers have been quiet, and I do have to commend them on that. That's how you get things to get executed. Now. Earlier today, this morning, we woke up to a rumor that said that the Pelicans were actually more interested in Kyle Kuzma than Brandon Ingram, potentially because of that injury. I doubt that. They'd have to be really stupid to try to leave us with the player that has the most potential. As you guys know, players with potential always have the highest trade value. So I actually value, as much as I love Kuzma, I value Ingram and Lonzo over Kuz for multiple reasons. One, because their ceiling is higher. And 2, because they're younger. They're both 21 at the moment. Another report is that the Pelicans are shopping that 4th overall pick. Now, this one is kind of funny because how can you shop something that's not yours? Unless my theory is correct and the trade already went through and they're not going to announce it until after the finals or maybe even till draft night, which is exactly 7 days away. So keep it locked right here. All things Lakers, man. Something's going to go down for sure. But I will say this. Whatever happens, if the Lakers are able to keep at least one of the 3 young core pieces, I will be happy because we will win this trade. If they gut us, similar to the way that, the Denver Nuggets were gutted when they traded away. The Knicks were gutted when they traded for Carmelo, then that's a problem. We don't want to be in a similar boat. We don't just want to have Anthony Davis and LeBron and hope for a free agent. That's worst case scenario for us. If we can keep either Kuz, Brandon, or Lonzo, then we're going to be set. And I think that's why, if the trade hasn't gone through, if my theory is incorrect about, the trade going through already, if it hasn't gone through, then that's probably why they're at a stalemate, because we're trying to keep one of the 3. And that's what we have to do, guys. We absolutely must keep one of the 3. I don't care who's your favorite. In order for the Lakers to thoroughly win this trade, we have to keep one of the 3, whether that be Kuz, Lonzo, or Ingram. Pick your poison, any of the 3. Now, looking at this trade from the Pelicans' standpoint, they have nothing to complain about. They can do whatever they want. There's also reports about the Chicago Bulls willing to move Zach LaVine in order to receive Lonzo. If that's the case, if they're able to if they're willing to to move Zach LaVine, then that's a no-brainer, right? Because I heard that the Pelicans weren't fully sold on Lonzo based on what I heard. So I'll say this. This trade also works. This is another trade that's been floating out there in the rumors. It would be Lakers get Anthony Davis, of course. We give up Lonzo to the Bulls, our fourth pick to the Pelicans, and the Bulls give up Zach LaVine to the Pelicans, and then of course Ingram there as well. So that would be awesome. Hey, what up, T? What's up, everybody? That would be awesome if that trade goes through because everybody wins. Think about it. Lakers end up with Anthony Davis, and we still keep Kuzma, right? Or Ingram, pick your poison. And obviously the Pelicans, they have a great haul with Zach LaVine and either Ingram or Kuz, plus potentially Josh Hart and a future first-round pick. That's great. And then, of course, the Bulls end up getting the player they want, which is Lonzo Ball, and they still have their pick. So it's interesting. There's so many scenarios here in play and, so many conflicting reports. Honestly, I recommend you guys, if you guys are the nervous type like me, to stay off of Twitter, man, because honestly, anything can go off at any moment. I'm literally here on Twitter. I went to the laundromat and washed my clothes today, and I was looking at my phone the whole time. Pretty much I'm going to end up with text neck, which means that, I'm going to end up hunchback from looking down so much. But bottom line is it could happen at any moment. However, I do recommend that you don't follow those stupid accounts that don't even have a check symbol, or even the ones that do have a check symbol, that report that the deal is done, yet nothing has broken by Windhorse or, Wojnarowski. As much as we dislike him, he always gets the news first, or Shams. So those are the three names to look at, for breaking news. Everybody else is just a clown. And honestly, if they're lying to you guys, I've read multiple tweets. People have retweeted some stuff to me telling me that, hey, the deal's officially done. Again, I'm just speculating. It could be done, and maybe they're holding it down till after the finals so it doesn't take away, attention from the finals. But if there's those troll accounts that keep lying to you guys and telling you guys that the deal's official, just block them, guys. Do yourself a favor and do everybody a favor. The only way you eliminate the problem is by blocking those people. If everybody starts doing that, then we won't have those troll accounts unless they want to lose all their followers, right? So why give these attention whores our attention? You guys know I never report anything until it's official, until it's officially reported by one of the top agents around the league. Other than that, then we can't buy anything, man. People that are saying Anthony Davis is already a Laker, again, mine is just a theory. It could possibly be, but I'm not telling you that it's for certain. I'm not telling you to get your panties in a bunch and believe me. All I'm saying is that my theory is that the trade could have already went down, and we just don't know the details because, the commissioner possibly could have gotten involved and said, hey, guys, don't release anything to the media yet till after the finals. We'll find out soon enough. Bottom line is, if the deal hasn't gone through yet, it could go down by weekend's end because reports are that the Pelicans want these draft picks in order to move forward and to be able to make their selection with time to bring him in for workouts and all that. And let's not forget, 7 days away from the NBA draft, so a couple of days to circle here. Now, are they asking for too much? Absolutely, but the Lakers still in the driver's seat because I don't believe Boston will give up Tatum for a 1-year rental. If not, they probably would have already made that deal. So the Lakers are in the driver's seat. We're giving up more than anybody without having to include all three of our young pieces. And we need to stand our ground. We can't let the Pelicans bully us right now. And the fan base that is trashing Kuzma, saying includes this person, includes that and that person, stop trashing Kuzma, man. He's one of the top 3 young players we have, and it would be an honor to continue to have him play for the Lakers and hopefully retire with the Lakers if it is him. If it's Lonzo, the same thing. If it's Ingram, the same thing. As Laker fans, we can't be, we can't turn on our players. There can't be a 360, man, as far as, one day you're praising him and the next day you're saying he's trash. Don't do that, guys. That's embarrassing. I look at these tweets and I look at people out here in the comment section saying Kuzma's trash, trade him, blah, blah, blah. Be happy. We're getting Anthony Davis. We're going to have LeBron. And if we keep Kuzma, we have Kuzma. Not to mention a max salary slot. Be happy, guys. We can't be those type of fans. Now, there's some fans that are saying trade everything away. Now, we can't do that either. We can't be rooting for that either. But, there's a lot of people that are trying to trash Kuzma. How's 17 points with, 4 to 5 rebounds and a couple of assists trash? I don't understand. It's the NBA. You can't average 17 points to be trash. Put your money where your mouth is. I bet you, everybody here in the chat won't average, more than 2 to 3 points if they were in the NBA. So that's all I'm saying. We got to give, game recognized game, and shout out to Kuz. Wish him and his family the best. If he does get traded, if he doesn't, I will. You guys already know how I feel about Kuzma, but I feel the same way about all of the core. We have to be grateful that we drafted them. If not, we wouldn't even be in this position, right? We wouldn't have enough assets to even offer to the Pelicans. So we just have to be smart. Hopefully, the front office will remain patient. Yes, we want the Anthony Davis deal done. However, we don't want to get rolled over in this trade. We don't want to get rolled over. Definitely not. And they're getting more than a fair shake. Like I said, they could either pick, Kuzma, any combination of the three, and the draft pick is more than enough. That's 3 great assets. And maybe even throw in a future first-round pick, since it won't be worth much now that we have Anthony Davis and LeBron. Maybe top 10 protected, anything. But, that's all I'm saying. Do I have an Instagram? Yeah, it's I'm so fly 24. Go ahead and follow me, man. One word. Dan, I'm scared of AD's injury history. You know what? Injury history is tough. However, our young pieces have not had the clearest injury history either. So we can't sit here and say, oh, don't trade for him because of his injury history, when Lonzo has missed a big portion of games, and so has Ingram. Kuzma actually has been the most consistent Laker as far as staying healthy. So pretty much all I'm saying is, that's a little bit of blasphemy, saying we don't want to trade our core because of Anthony Davis' injury history. 82-game season is long. More likely than not, you're going to lose players during the year, but you cannot hold off on trades based off of that. He says, screw the Pelicans. They're just trying to hold the Lakers. I wouldn't add Kuzma to the deal. I'll just wait till 2020 and get him for free. Yeah, I agree. You don't want to give up everything. Definitely not. I dare them to turn around and make a deal with New York. The best asset they're getting over there is Kevin Knox. To me, Kevin Knox is not on the level of any of the 3 young players we have. And one slot up in the draft doesn't make a huge difference. I know people say it's a 3-player draft, but I think it's deeper than that. Every year is deeper than that. So, Dan, where's Windhorse? Dice que David Griffin solo juega con los Lakers. Oh, yeah, I read that one. He's asking me why Windhorse is reporting that, that David Griffin is messing with the Lakers in order to up the trade value and get more from the Boston Celtics. If he's doing that, we saw what happened to Dtlf because of the same thing. Karma will come all the way back and get him for that. So I'm not even worried about that. That's number one. Number two, the young players are already used to it. The first time around, it was worse because they didn't know they were even in the trade package when they heard their name surface. By now, they're used to it. They already know it's a business. They learned their lesson. I don't think it'll impact us going into next season if this deal doesn't get made. However, we're too deep into the deal to pull out now. I think it'll get done. The Pelicans don't have leverage, man. If they don't make this deal with us, they're going to regret it for years to come. And the thing is, David Griffin was on the record before us saying he really liked the Lakers' young core. So I think it's going to get done. And if you guys realize, there's definitely no, if you guys realize, there's no package being mentioned on the Celtics front. So I think it's a one-team race. I really think that's all a smoke screen to try to get the Lakers to fold. The Lakers have to be smart. Dtlf, I think Kuzma is going to be a beast in the future. Oh, he's already a beast. Absolutely, Martin. I agree. He's only going to get better with time. But the one thing I love about Kuzma, he has the killer mentality that Ingram and Lonzo still don't have. If you think about it, Anthony Davis and LeBron fit in better with Kuz, somebody who could play off the ball, catch and shoot, and is already not afraid of the moment. The other two still have to learn, and they're going to get better, and they are going to learn. But, if you want to compete now, I think Kuzma's the best fit out of 3. Long term, the best fit is probably Ingram or Lonzo. But short term, Kuzma's the best fit right now. Who's my pick for tonight? That's a good question, man. The game's starting in a couple of hours. I still have the Raptors in 7, so I think potentially Golden State could win tonight. But I'm sticking by my pick all along. I've been saying Raptors in 7 for the longest. I believe that they're the superior team, especially with the KD injury. By the way, prayers up to KD. It ended up being an Achilles injury. So that's tough, but prayers up to him. Hopefully speedy recovery. If Toronto's able to close out Golden State tonight, Game 6, that means they swept them for the season 4 games in a row on the road. That's really impressive. Then I'm happy because it's a win-win whether we make the trade or not. Me too. I agree. Either way, we have a bright future, so we can't lose. Look, you guys can criticize Magic and all the GMs that have come through here, but we wouldn't be in this position if they didn't all draft properly. They drafted really well. That's why we currently have the best package for Anthony Davis. And at the end of the day, championships is what it's about, guys. I believe if we trade for Anthony Davis and pair him up with LeBron and potentially a young core piece, whether we land a max free agent or not, we're still the favorites to win the championship if we stay healthy. Hey, what's up, Emma? What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today, though, man? I know you guys are nervous because I'm nervous, guys. I keep scrolling through my Twitter. You never know when it happens. And the one thing I'm gonna be so nervous about when it finally announces breaking news, or Janowski or Shams or whoever, the Lakers trade for AD, I'm gonna be so nervous because I'm gonna want to know who we gave up, what we gave up, how many picks, all this, because that is going to determine to me whether we won the trade decisively or we're going to have to wait down the future to see if it was worth it. Bottom line. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel about this trade, man. I'm extremely nervous. I know you guys are too. I know you guys are nervous too, man. Honestly, like, if you're not nervous, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm really nervous, guys. I'm extremely nervous, and I feel like the Lakers have the chance to capitalize on something really special here. Now, let's think about this. The Lakers haven't had a combination of players like these since Kobe and Gasol. That's a while back. That's almost 10 years in the making. So players like these don't come around every once in a while. People keep undervaluing Anthony Davis. This is a 27-10 guy. Those guys don't grow on trees. He's only 26, still in his prime. He has about 10 years of dominant basketball in him, 8 at the very least, barring any crazy injuries. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say, man. As long as we don't get fleeced, I'll be cool with this deal, man. But I am nervous. I'm extremely nervous. I know you guys are as well. Boston Celtic fans they can go kick rocks right now because they know that their package doesn't even stack up. Matter of fact, yesterday was a huge W for the Lakers. Multiple things happened. Number one, Rich Paul, who's like the mob man in the NBA, came out on a record and he said that Anthony Davis is a 1-year rental wherever he goes. But if Boston especially trades for him, he's definitely leaving. Everybody knows that even if the Lakers get him, we still have to wait to re-sign him. But he's indicating that he would not re-sign with Boston at all. That was huge because that made Boston get all the way scared with whatever trade package they offer. So that was big on Anthony Davis and his agent. So that was a big win for us yesterday. On top of that, the same day, Kyrie Irving opts out and changes agents. It seems like he's going to sign with Rock Nation. So there's a little bit of breaking news for you if you already didn't read up about it. And Rock Nation, we all know Jay-Z is a minority stake owner with the Brooklyn Nets. So that kind of tells me that, obviously Kyrie has already made up his mind. He's probably going to end up in Brooklyn. However, that can change. That can change if we do end up landing Anthony Davis. That's all I'm saying. Dan, what do you think? What are you thinking? What do I think about Andy Reese? Andy Reese, is that Mexican boxer that won? Shout out to him, by the way, man. I don't like that he got disrespected by Stephen A. He was called a butterball. I was like, man, give the man some props. He's an underdog. He came in and knocked out a heavyweight champ. That doesn't happen every day, especially because he's the first Mexican to ever become a heavyweight champ. So shout out to him. If that is the same guy we're talking about, I'm not sure. I'm not big on boxing. I'm more of a MMA, UFC guy, but from time to time, I will definitely tune in. Dtlf, I would wait one more year and let him come as a free agent so we keep our young core. I understand that. I definitely do understand that. However, if we wait one more year, we run the risk of multiple things happening. Thing number one is LeBron James asked for a trade because we didn't compete again for a second year in his career. So that's, one of the things that could happen if we wait. And I know a lot of you guys will say, so what? Screw LeBron. But if you miss out on LeBron, you might miss out on AD. Let's not forget that Rich Paul is both of their agents. So if we're not competing by this year, Rich Paul could potentially say, you know what, AD, pack your bags. We're heading off to New York or somewhere else. So we have a chance of capitalizing right now. And you have to give up something good to get something good. We know that. Love the young core, but if we could trade two of them for Anthony Davis to pair up with LeBron and keeping one of the young core plus a max free agent, it's a big win. And we have to consider that. We have to consider that option, and we have to execute it if it's available. We have to execute it if it's available, man. But I will say this. It is going to hurt to see the young core play, especially with the Pelicans, and hopefully, the Pelicans develop them well. The Pelicans will slide into my third favorite team to watch in the NBA after the Lakers, then the Knicks. So if they make that trade, I'll be watching them. I'll probably have League Pass just to keep up with Kuz, Ingram, whoever gets traded. Obviously, we have some Pelican fans here that are still butthurt that Chris Paul wanted to get traded away from their team and Anthony Davis. But it is what it is, man. You guys are a ticket-selling market, and you're never going to be more than that. I expect Zion Williamson to leave in about 7 years. That's when the rookie scale contract ends. The extension ends, all that good stuff. So I hate to break it to you, but you guys are basically like a farmer's market. You guys pretty much groom the players, and we come and we buy them off of you when they're ready. That's all it is, man. Then our young guys might get traded, but we still got you. I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you so much, man. Absolutely. You guys will always have me, man. Even if we have a bunch of 40-year-olds on the squad, always running with my squad. So thanks for that. So DTLF, what about Marcus Morris? Now, I'm not concerned about B, C, D tier free agents just yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till the Lakers pretty much execute what they're going to do this summer, because I think we're going to make a huge splash. I think we're going to make a huge splash, especially if we land AD, then all bets are off. I think he's the main domino to fall. Since Kevin Durant got injured, even though there's still teams willing to give him the max, nobody's looking at KD like he's the top free agent anymore. By default, it's Anthony Davis because he requested a trade. So it's basically Anthony Davis's free agency. If we trade for him, it's like he's signing with us, because more likely than not, 9 times out of 10, he's going to re-sign with us, longer-term deal in LA with LeBron. So we would win free agency because we'd have one of the biggest free agents. Now, if we are able to go out and get Kawhi to add to that, it's a wrap. We're talking dynasty. We're talking a guaranteed dynasty. LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and Anthony Davis. However, if we do land Anthony Davis, I don't expect Kawhi to come, even though I didn't really expect Kawhi to come regardless. I was hoping for him, but I think Kawhi is more low profile. I don't think he would join a super team. I think he's perfect where he's at in Toronto right now for his situation. He's the go-to, and his legacy is being elevated in the East without LeBron there. However, if he does want to form a dynasty, which would take me by surprise, then he should join the Lakers after we get AD. We'll make that happen. And there's nobody going to stop Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis in a 7-game series, assuming they stay healthy. Nobody. So that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that. But we would, substantially take a big dub in free agency if we trade for Anthony Davis, because you could almost guarantee Jimmy Butler, Kyrie, Kemba, somebody to join, the trade. So it's going to get really interesting. Again, refreshing my Twitter just in case anything happens. But so far, nothing new. Now, this could go well into the weekend, so I don't recommend you guys losing any sleep. Trade talks could fall apart. Anything's possible. You have to understand that we're dealing with the Pelicans and Gayle Benson. We know how hard-headed she is. She's been on the record saying stupid things about the Lakers over her dead body, et cetera, et cetera. So if she doesn't fleece us, we always run the risk of her just backing off the trade and making that trade elsewhere just to prove her point. But like I said, Lakers can't lose. As long as we stick to our guns and we hold on to, at least one of the young core pieces, we should be all right. So be nervous, be excited, be whatever, but don't lose any sleep. I got work tomorrow. I'm definitely not going to stay up late on Twitter tonight. If it breaks and I have to, break it to you guys the very next day after I come back from work, then so be it. But I'll tell you this. I feel like AD traded will happen from here till the weekend. That's my timetable for that. If we still have our draft pick and we still have all of our players heading into the draft, then I don't expect it to happen. I really don't. Hey, what's up, Goblin Mixes? How you doing, bro? He says, screw the Pelicans. Dan, do you buy the media saying that no free agent wants to come? I mean, I don't even think free agents know what they want to do yet. Some might have an idea. Maybe Kyrie knows. But anything can change. Anthony Davis gets traded here. Anything can change. Even if we don't have him, with the injury to KD, there's an opportunity to win a championship. And whoever wants to grab onto that opportunity should join the Lakers. Griffin wants Beal, Dan. If Griffin wants Bradley Beal, he might have to include Drew Holiday. How bad do you want Bradley Beal? How bad? That's all I'm saying. You know, Griffin can want a lot of things, but he also has to give something up to get it. Let Kuz go. AD is 26-year-old. It's not about letting Kuz go. We're not protecting one player. We're protecting the amount of assets we're giving up. You want to be the New York Knicks? Yes, AD is 26-year-old, but how old is LeBron? So essentially, we would just have AD in his prime and nobody else. Instead, we could have Kuzma in his prime, AD in his prime, and cap space for another max free agent once LeBron is gone. So that's all I'm saying, guys. Be smart. I know you guys really want Anthony Davis, but don't root for us to trade everything. You know, that's what the Pelicans want. Unless you're a Pelicans fan, then you don't want the Lakers to give everything up. That's not a good move for us, period. I'd rather trade Kuzma than Ingram for sure. Absolutely. If that's an option, then we take it. But again, don't get your hopes up because there's a lot of conflicting reports. There's a report saying we want to hold on to Kuz, and then there's other reports saying that it doesn't matter. We just want to give up only 2 of our 3 assets. So, I mean, I tend to believe that one more. I think if the Pelicans say keep Ingram or keep Lonzo and give us Kuzma and Ingram or whatever the combination is, I think it'll happen. Y'all going to have to give up Kuzma to get AD? Yes. But is it really fair to give up four top 5 picks? Matter of fact, 4 top 3. 3 top 3 picks and 1 top 5 pick for Anthony Davis when you look at the trade that they gave up for, you look at the trade they gave up for Kawhi Leonard. DeMar DeRozan All-Star, sure. But he's not worth 2 first-round picks at all. That's number 1. And then, Jacob Poltelli or whatever his name is, that was pretty much all they gave up to Spurs in a first-round pick. Nah. Look at the market. It's always higher for the Lakers. For some reason, Lakers always have to pay extra, and that's not fair. It's about time we put our foot down. We don't get jerked around. How about Ingram, Kuzma, and Hart and the 4th pick? Again, I'm not sure how the combination is, but as long as we keep one of them, I'll be all right. I still think that's too much. Subtract Hart, and I'll do that deal. But if that's what the Lakers want to do, I'm not going to be mad at it. See, some people argue that Knox is really good. I like Kevin Knox. Do I love him? No. Would I trade him in a heartbeat? Absolutely. But the reality is that we have a much better core than whatever else is out there on the table, right? Unless, like, the Sixers are all of a sudden come out of nowhere and they offer up Joel Embiid and some other young piece, then we have the best core on the table for this trade. Ingram is special. We will regret the trade. Hopefully not, but I understand that he's special and he's only going to get better. I completely agree with you on that. But remember, you have to give up something special to get something special. All we're basically doing is moving the timeline up. With Ingram, we would have to wait for him to become that special player, which I have no doubt he will. But with Anthony Davis, we're already getting a superstar ready, primed and ready to compete for a championship. So that's the difference. And also, there's no guarantee that Ingram will come back 100% healthy. So there's that risk. However, I still believe he will. Based on the reports, everything's good. There's even some reports already stating that he's already practicing. I don't know if this is factual. Again, there's a lot of fake reporters out there on Twitter trying to get some clout. So half of the stuff I'm telling you, you just never know. You just never know. Knicks fans are funny, man. Hey, I feel sorry for Knicks fans. Look, let them have the little 10 seconds of fame. He said Frank Ntilikina is greater than the Lakers. Okay. then why do you want to trade him then if he's that great? You're getting yourself with that comment there, man. You got to be smarter than that. But all I'm going to say is this. I feel sorry for the Knicks. Look, they missed out on Zion Williamson. Potentially, they might miss out on Kyrie and KD, which Knicks fans thought they had already in the bag. And now they're going to miss out on Anthony Davis. That's tough. That's really tough. So, if Knicks fans want to keep running their mouth, let them. I pity the fool. That's all I'm going to say. We got RJ. What you mean? I like RJ. I like RJ Barrett, but let's be real. He might not be even half of what Zion Williamson might become. Be real. You wanted Zion. You got RJ. Great. Good job. But, he could be the next Tatum or worse. We don't know. Or he could be better than everybody in the draft. There's that possibility. But, based on your guys' history, man, I wouldn't bet on it. Kuz is better than Knox? Yeah, that's not even – just look at the numbers. That's not even a conversation. Ingram's better than Knox. Lonzo's better than Knox. None of those players are valued less than Kevin Knox. The only people that value Kevin Knox highly are the New York Knicks fan base. I know this because they're my second favorite team, and I can see the way they love Knox. He's a good up-and-coming young player, but he's more of a highlight reel than an impact player to me. I haven't seen him hit huge shots consistently yet, but then again, he's just a rookie, so we'll see. He said the KD injury actually helps the Lakers in the long run. The stars are aligning. I never root against nobody to get injured, man. That's tough. So I'm not going to go ahead and say that, but I do understand that opportunities do arise. Dan, would you keep Brandon Ingram or Kuzma? If I had the choice, Brandon Ingram in a heartbeat. I don't care if he's injured. He's going to get better. His potential is sky high. He has the highest potential on the Lakers. However, Lonzo's the best fit with Anthony Davis and LeBron, and then Kuzma's another fit if you think about it. But I really like Brandon Ingram just based on his potential. Two-way defensive player with handles. Let's not forget he used to be a point guard in high school. Then he hit that growth spurt. I like Josh Hart too. I think he had a bad season, but that should definitely not make us include him in a package as a throw-in. Knox is better than Ingram. Okay. I want to know what alternate universe you coming from, bro. New York? Oh, okay, I got you. Bias aside, man, take off your New York Knicks hat for a little bit and think basketball. Kevin Knox, good young player. What were his averages? Brandon Ingram's averaging better numbers than Giannis at the same age, than Paul George, than Kawhi Leonard. That's a real special player. Let's be real. Put on your thinking cap, bro. Take off your Knicks cap and put on your thinking cap. Mark Swift, thanks, bro. I appreciate you. And by the way, I wish the Knicks luck. I'm not hating on the Knicks. I love their fan base, and I like, the Knicks. I'll tell you what. I think Kevin Knox has the potential to be a really good rotational player. Is he going to be a star? Not sure. I haven't seen enough of him. But I'll tell you, I like Kevin Knox. You know who I like more than Kevin Knox? I actually like that center you guys drafted, man, Mitchell Robinson. I wanted him for the Lakers, and I was okay with the Knicks drafting him because we passed on him. But honestly, I think nobody really talks about this kid, that shooting guard you guys picked up. I forgot his name. But you guys know who I'm talking about. If anybody remembers, you know exactly who I'm talking about. He's very good at scoring. I think he could be like Jordan Clarkson, come off the bench, spark for you guys. I think he's going to be really good, man. And, you guys have a decent future for now, but I'm hoping that – no, it's not. It's Alonzo Trier. Yep, there you go, Alonzo Trier. You guys have a decent future, but I'm hoping that you guys really hit gold with RJ Barrett or whoever it is you guys decide to draft, honestly. Yeah, Alonzo Trier doesn't get enough love around the league. Only Knicks fans truly understand, how good that kid is. I think he has one of the highest potential on the Knicks, along with Mitchell Robinson over Knox. I like both of them. Now, Knox, obviously, everybody looks at Knox. He's lanky, he's 6'7", he's super athletic, jump out the building. But he needs to improve his defense, and he definitely needs to work on his handles. Those are the two things for Kevin Knox. Knicks should just build to the draft and forget signing stars. Look, man, nobody's going to forget about signing stars, but as long as they have James Dolan, that's tough juice right there. You got to drink some tough juice to sign with the New York Knicks. If you're Kevin Durant coming off of an Achilles injury, are you going to trust your future to James Dolan? I don't know. I don't know. You said I like Mitchell Robinson better than Knox. Yeah, I do too. Just for his defensive ability, and if he could ever stretch the floor consistently, he would be nice. I think, I saw him with a good jumper in high school. Now that needs to translate over to the NBA. We'll see if it does. Kawhi is coming. I wouldn't hold my breath for it, but it'd be great. If we get Kawhi, I'd be amazed. I truly would be amazed. Now, don't insult my Laker fan base, bro, because you're coming in here with your ludicrous comments. And, again, I like Knicks fans. When you get out of pocket, bro, I got to put you out. So, sorry. You said we don't know basketball because we don't accept the fact that, he's screaming and pouting like a baby that, Kevin Knox is better than the Laker young core. Okay. Lakers don't want to give up Kuzma, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't want to give up at least one piece. They're saying, well, y'all love Brandon Ingram so much, take him. Y'all love Lonzo so much, okay, we're willing to budge. But let us at least keep Kuzma. That's it. That's all that the Lakers are asking for. Now, if the Pelicans want to get stingy, then it's not going to go down. But we have to be smart. Laker fans are not going to be happy if we give up everything. Let me ask you guys a question. Let me involve the comment section real quick before I get off. How many of you guys want to include Kuzma in the package along with the core? Say yes. The rest of you say no. Let's see how many yeses and nos we give. If you guys don't want to give up too much, say no. If you guys are willing to give up everything for Anthony Davis and bend over to Gayle Benson's will, I see a lot more no's. So there you go. Laker Nation is smart. There are few yeses. We're not that desperate. I'm sorry, to tell you that. But hey, thank you so much for the donation, T. Oh my goodness. Shout out to T, man. Always generous. She says, spreading the Laker love, #keep Kuz. There you go. That's another no. So again, thanks so much for the donation. I appreciate it. No. And I love that. I love that we're on the same page as the front office for now. Hopefully the front office doesn't budge because honestly, we need to keep one of the core pieces. They are a part of the future. If we could keep them all, that would be amazing. But we all know that the truth is that obviously, moving forward, you have to give up something good to get something great. So if you guys don't want to give it all up, then let's just be patient. I'm in no rush. From my standpoint, I'm in no rush for the deal to get done. I'm not going to lose any sleep. I am nervous about it, but I'd rather the Lakers take their time and make sure we get the best deal on our end, right? We get the best deal on our end, then rush the trade just to get Anthony Davis, hoping that they don't change their mind and just give away the farm. So I much rather, like you guys are saying no, I say no. I say, okay, we like Anthony Davis, but we love our young core. Let us keep at least one, and you get the deal. It's a fair trade for both ways. The way I always like to look at trades is what are you left with after the trade? What are they left with? If it's fair for both sides, the trade should get done. You both improve for the time being. First of all, the Pelicans, they're rebuilding. So obviously, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate the donation, bro. Obviously, they're rebuilding, so the Pelicans need young core pieces. What better way to start than Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, or Kuz? Any other combination, one or the other, and a draft pick. What better way? Oh, so they want to start? Okay, then flip the number 4 pick for Zach LaVine. Go do that. Your team is going to look mad nice. Don't let greed get in the way of that. That's all I got to say to the Pelicans. For a Lakers standpoint, we gave up a lot, but we got a lot. We got Anthony Davis. That's a lot. He's a one-man wrecking crew. You have to see it from this standpoint. What that does is that brings higher efficiency at the center and power forward position. That brings obviously more production at a higher rate, right? More consistency. Better defense because Anthony Davis is an elite defender. Better rebounding, which is all where we struggle, and a superstar to add to the one we already have. So now we have 2 superstars and 3 slots to fill in the starting lineup. The way I look at it, if we keep Kuzma, there's another slot. Now you just have to fill out 2 slots. 2 slots. So we have some good value there. We have 3 starters and 2 slots to fill with 1 max contract on the way. If we land that max contract, now we have 4 slots filled, and the 5th one should take a pay cut. It would be good value for both sides. The bench could always be blustered via, again, mid-level exceptions, veterans minimum. And again, there's going to be players that take pay cuts to play with a roster like that. So I'm not worried about that. Then we also have the great Alex Caruso that came off the bench for us and killed last year. So he's a fallback option for sure. I would love to see him continue to develop. He's still 26. He still has some potential. So, I'm not saying he will start, but definitely he can get some production off the bench for sure. So we have to be smart, guys. Have to be smart. AD's only 25? Okay, then 25. Either way, he's in his prime. You get my point. Then Kyrie wants to sign with Brooklyn. Hey, wish him the best of luck. As long as he's not with the Boston Celtics, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Kyrie's, as long as he's not with the Boston Celtics. Dan, I truly think Anthony Davis could play point guard to replace Lonzo. No, definitely don't want him running after screens. Look, running the point guard position is a full-time job. That means you have to guard the point guard as well. We don't want Anthony Davis running, behind screens, guarding guys like Curry. That's a no-no. We want him in the paint, saving up his energy, getting ready to kill on the other side, and rim protecting for us. We don't want him out on the perimeter. If anybody's going to run point guard, it's going to be LeBron at times, but only on the offensive end. On the defensive end, we need guys, maybe an option to look at is somebody like Patrick Beverly. Yes, we hate him. I can't stand Patrick Beverly. However, if we trade Lonzo and we could add defensive point guard like that, and then we add Jimmy Butler, that would be crazy. Imagine Pat Bev, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma, and Anthony Davis. Now that's a starting five that nobody wants to see on the court on both ends of the floor. That's all I'm saying. So as a GM, you have to get creative. You have to think of all the possibilities. You have to put your preferences and biasness aside, and it would be crazy. But we'll see if the trade goes down first and foremost. That's number one. And we'll see what happens there. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you so much for everything, the comments, the donations. I appreciate you guys. Much love. Again, I'm keeping it locked right here because as soon as something breaks, man, I'm going to come to you guys with my live reaction. And, we're going to dissect the trade. If it does go through, we're going to definitely dissect it. And we're going to make sure that we got the best deal. And we're going to talk about all that good stuff. So I can't wait. But I will wait because good stuff is worth waiting for. And I hope that the Lakers hold on to one of the young core players because that would be definitely worth waiting for. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. All you guys shouting me out on Twitter, following me, telling me to come on. I appreciate you guys, man. Much love to you guys. And stay safe out there, man. And don't lose any sleep, guys, because it could really drag out to the weekend. So we'll see what happens. Anything breaks, I'll be right back. All right, peace out, guys.